Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is a paper. We have a October 2022 12 variant, paper 1. So let's start. The point A mentioned here, B mentioned here. Equation of perpendicular bisector AB we need to find. So let's see how we can find it. First of all, I just show you a diagram, rough idea. 5, 2, and B is 10, 1, 10 minus 1. This is a line, and I need a perpendicular bisector which goes through the center and make 90-degree. So this blue line is called perpendicular bisector. Why? Because this gap and this gap equal, and this is called 90-degree. So this blue line equation is my target, but this point is called M. M stands for midpoint. So midpoint formula, very clear, like an average of two numbers, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Same way, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So I will label here to reduce the chances of mistake, and I suggest you, please you label as well. In this way, the chances of mistake reduces. So x1 is 5 and x2 is 10 by 2. So x1, x2. Now 2 plus minus 1 over 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So I get a first point 15 by 2, and y coordinates is a half. So midpoint is for sure 15 by 2 and a half. Okay. Now, whenever we need any equation of line, we need two things. Number one, gradient. Number two, one point or lies on it. Point. So blue line, do we have any line point? No. Now I got a point lies on it. You can't take A, you can't take B because they don't lie on blue line. It's called perpendicular bisector. But this point lies on it, so I can use this as a point. What is missing? Gradient missing. So first of all, I find gradient of the line AB is gradient formula all of familiar, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 means minus 1 minus 2. And x2 is 10 minus 5. And I'm getting here negative 3 over 5. So this is a gradient of the line, red color line. So what is a blue color line gradient? So negative reciprocal. So we flip it and sign changes. So gradient of the P for perpendicular, like blue color line is, so this 5 will go up, 3 will go down, and this minus become positive. So 5 over 3. Now I can find equation of perpendicular, this shortcut writing of bisector. Formula is y minus y1 equals to m times to x minus x1. In the place of y1 and x1, I will use these 2 points. In the place of m, I'll use these 2 points. So let's start. I am replacing y1, erasing y1 and this and m. In the place of y1, I'm keeping half and x1 15 divided by 2. And grade is a 5 by 3. Now we have to solve it. So first of all, y minus half, this 5 by 3 multiplied inside, I get 5 over 3, x minus 5 multiply 15, 3 multiply 2. So it gives us 75 over 6. Now you can see this one very clear. That is a one minute, let me check. Yeah. Sorry for that. So to get rid of this fraction part, you can bring this number here and solve. So no problem at all. So that is our final answer. Or I can go for, if I bring it here, my answer finally is coming. Y is equals to 5 over 3x, and negative half will add in this, will become 12. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, this is final answer. But if you want to get rid of this 3, so multiply whole equation into 3 here, into 3 here, into 3. But anyway, both are okay. Find equation of a circle where center A, find equation of circle center A and passes through B. It means equation of circle, center is the A, so A is center, A points are 5, 2, and passes through B, B lie anywhere, B lies, and B coordinates is 10 minus 1, 10 minus 1. Okay. So whenever equation of circle required, I show you the formula. Basic formula is x minus a whole square, y minus b whole square is equals to r squared. So what is this a and b is called center. So a and b is center. So this 5 will come directly in the place of a, 2 will go directly in the place of b. Make sure this negative sign is fixed. Even this negative sign is fixed, will not change. Power 2 also fixed. It means this is not a hard job for us, but problem is only one. And what that problem is, radius. What is the radius from here to here? This gap is called radius. So let's start distance formula. And distance formula is y2 minus y1 whole square, x2 minus x1 whole square. So apply formula. So it is not a hard. Y2 is, you can label any here, no problem. I will label x1, y1, x2, y2. So in this way, the chance of mistake reduces. Y1, y2 is minus 1, and y1 is 2, x2 is 10, and x1 is 5. If I type this in directly in calculator, so I'm getting here this 3 square 9, here 5 for 25. 25 plus 9 is 34 root. So radius is becoming 34 root. When I plug in this value here, so root 34 and power 2 on the top is coming from here. You can leave it here, or you can just solve right hand side. Root and square cancel out. This is our final answer. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. Okay. Question number 2, the first, second, and third terms repeat. First, second, and third term of APR. So first term is this, second term is this, third term is this. And according to basic rule, whenever 3 terms are in arithmetic progression, what is the basic formula? I just write for you here. So T3 minus T2 is same answer, T2 minus T1. I repeat. So for example, 2 plus 4 give you 6, 6 plus 4 give you 10. So 10 minus 6, whatever the answer, 6 minus 2, same answer. Check it, they match. Same criteria I applied here. This is a third term minus second term I copied here, and second minus first I copied here, and now I'm applying it here. So third term is a square, second term is 2a, second term is again 2a, first term is a. So he's asking that a is a positive constant. If I get a positive negative, I will eliminate negative. So here what coming? Here I can't solve it, a square. This is coming a. This negative 2a and this a comes here, become negative a. Okay. After this process, what I got, a squared minus 3a is equals to 0. What is common from both? A common out. I get a minus 3 is equals to 0. Whenever product of two part equal to 0, you say either first part equal to 0 or second part equal to 0. So a is equal to 0, which is not possible, and a minus 3 equal to 0. So 3 goes there. It means a becomes equals to 3. And this is my answer. You can ask me why not this, sir? Because positive constant. And make sure 0 is not positive, not negative. So we have to leave it. So I hope so you got the idea very well. And he's asking further, find some of the 50 terms. So S50 is our target. But student, you know, whenever we apply S50, S and formula, n divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. I have a first term, I will plug in here. I have a 50, I will plug in every n value, but what is missing? D. What is D? D is a common difference. We can get it simple technique, second term minus first term or third term minus second term. It is our wish. I will use this one. T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1. So I get 2a minus a. So short story, I got a common difference is also a. It means common difference also becomes 3. Now I'm going to plug in every n a by 50, every a by 3, again 50, again 3. It is a matter of typing in calculator. And if I type in calculator, so answer is coming 3825. So Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, idea is clear. Question number 3, set of the values. This means in the form of less or more, like this or like this, or both, or sometime one, for which this equation has no real roots. No real roots is actually, we have 3 criterias: line not intersect, this is touch, and third option is what? Cut. So in this option, we have a b squared minus 4ac less than 0, but it's called no real root. In this option, b squared minus 4ac equals to 0 is called one root or one repeated root. Here, b squared minus 4ac bigger than 0, 2 roots. So I will apply this criteria because he said no real root. According to situation, what is A? 8, B value is K, C value is 2, already arranged form. As in, so we can say that B square minus 4 is C less than 0. B is K, A value is 8, and C value is 2. I get K to power 2. So 2 8 for 8 square comes, because 4 2s are 8, 8 into 8 becomes square. And you know it very well, students. One time K is like this, I write like this. One time K plus add and one time K minus add, like a square of A minus square of B formula. So I make this kind of curve to get the answer. If I plug in this equal to 0, students, what I get? I get it here, K plus 8 equals to 0. I get K values minus 8. When I plug in this equal to 0, I get k value 8. So I have two options. So -8 will come left side and positive will come right side. And how to read it? This is called lesser. Lesser means inside. If this come bigger, then I will make arrows outside. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. And how to read this one and how to read together. So it is a very clear approach. You can say that k value is less than +8 and bigger than -8. Like all the values in the middle. So it satisfies this situation. I hope so. Point is very, very clear. And let's go for next part. Next part is saying that solve this trigonometric functions. So let cos x is equals to k. And if I square both sides, square right hand side, we give it k square. Square left side, I get a q cos square. This cos square same. I can replace k square here. So 8k square. And this cos is k, so k comes directly now. After this, we will go factorization or divided by 2, 2 fours are, 2 fives are, and 2 ones are. So 1 fours are 4. So factorization is possible. Minus 4k and minus 1k plus 1 equals to 0. From here, 4k common, I get k minus 1. From here, -1 common, I get k minus 1 here. If they match, it means we are doing right. So this and this left behind 4k minus 1 equal to 0. First term this equal to 0 or this equal to 0, 1 by 1. I got k equal to 1 and k is equals to 1 goes there and 4 divides 1 over 4. Now I will make a break and solve it here. Okay. All right. So let's see how we can solve it. If this one goes there, so cos theta is equals to 1. Here cos theta is equal to 1 over 4 because 1 over 4 goes there. But for your knowledge, cos is 1 where? For your knowledge, cos 0 is 1. Cos 180 is equals to -1. And cos 360 is also 1. And up and down cos is 0. So this is the concept you must memorize. So because we asking that cos what angle, we give you 1. So you can answer 0 and 360. It come from this. Check in the question, but he put an equal sign also there, but 180, but not 360. So we have to stay. So it means answer is coming from here is 0 only. This is out of range. So let's talk about the second question. Cos positive where? Cos positive 1 by 4. Positive 1 by 4 in first quadrant and fourth quadrant. And this is out of range. This is in range only. So simple, take cos inverse of 1 upon 4. And answer is coming 75.5 degree. So we got two answers, this answer and theta is equal to 0. So two answers, one this, one this. So I hope so we got this answer confirmed. A geometrical progression is such that third term is this. He mentioned what? T3 equals to 1764. And sum of the second term and third term. Sum of the second term, I'm writing, second term and third term is 3444. Repeat, sum of second term and third term, T2 and T3. Addition means sum is this. How to handle this question now? Although, and find out the 50th term. Before I start, because it's a geometrical progression, I tell you one thing. First term is a. If I multiply with r, I get ar. Multiply with r, I get ar square. Multiply with r, I get it ar cube. So on, so forth. But I'm looking for third term is this. So third term is this one. So I'm copying here. Second term is ar. And third term is again ar square. I can apply this formula even Tn is equals to ar to power n minus 1. So plug in 3 here and 3 minus 1, 2. So same 2 comes here. Anyway, now if I do one thing, how to get rid of, because two variables are there, ar, I have to remove any one variable. How it possible? So students, if I take from here ar common out, I got 1 plus r. Okay, and this is already given here. Equation 1 and equation 2. If I can do one thing, I replace replace or dividing. Dividing is a better option. If I say 2 equation divide by 1 equation, what's the benefit of it? See, let's see what's the benefit. So I hope so you're understanding what is going on. So this equation full I kept up. This equation full I kept down. So a cancel out, ar cancel power 2. 1 by r, 1 plus r by r. And let's see if I solve this, do I get some value or not? Yes, it is coming simple form 41 over 21. Cross multiply, 21 multiplies there, 21 minus 21r, and this multiplies there, 41r. This goes there out of 41, so 20. So I'm getting what? 20 is equals to 62r. And if I divide 21 by 62, and I get here common ratio, I check again, maybe some error. I check it again, my calculator, 3,444 and divided by 1764. I got 41 over 22, correct? And from 41, add 21. Sorry, this is a plus sign. This is a mistake I have done. That is why getting some issues here plus. Now is okay. This mistake is confirmed, corrected now. And it goes there. When it goes there, 21 stay here and here I get a 20. R. It goes down. So R value is coming 21 over 20. This is R value. And if I plug in this R value here or here, better put in 1. So put in 1. This is done here. I'm saying put in 1. A as it is, and square of R, 1764, 21 over 20. And this whole power 2 goes under it. So I get from here direct answer. So if I get it here, 1764 divided by 21 by 20 and power 2. So what I get answer 1600, A value. So it means A value is also confirmed, R value confirmed. I'm looking for 50th term. But see, first of all, R value is bigger than 1. If R value is bigger than 1, the sum formula is a r to power n minus 1 over r minus 1. If it is a less than 1, so this 1 and r will change places. So then formula will be 1 minus lambda. So it means this is a formula in case when r is less than 1. But now just plug in 50 comes here, a is 1600, r is 21 over 20, power is 50 minus 1 over So just type in calculator S50 and finally we are getting answer 17474 and point onwards. So writing 3SF, it become 17500 and I believe it is clear. So so I hope so. The point is very, very clear and we got some of the 50 terms. Question number 5, graph equation f of x is transformed to the graph g of x. So it means this is sketch in an x. Okay, like one graph is f of x, one is g of x. We don't know which is this one. He said that f is transformed to give you g by what two possibility: x direction, like stretching parallel to x-axis, okay, and followed by translation 0, 1. Diagram show below is f. So it is f of x. It means this is f of x. And we are looking for g of x. And he said that f is transformed. So means object is this, image is this. This is object. This is image. And object is given by him. We have to go image. Before I start, I want to show you one idea. Whenever we say stretch parallel to x-axis, so we take a scale factor 1 over a. In what scale factor? 0.5. When I plug in 1 over 5 here, it gives you 2. But whenever parallel to y-axis comes, so we don't do any reciprocal. We simply take y. So it means scale factor is 1 over a and scale factor is a, parallel to x and parallel to y. I hope so got the idea. And this is called translation, and you know it, upper number is x, down number is y. No motion along x-axis, simply it will go upward. How much? 1 unit upward. How I know? Because one mentioned here. So let's start how we can do it. And he said that find expression. First we have to sketch it. So 3 mark for sketching and then 2 mark for equation. Okay, so first of all, let's start sketching. Stretching parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis, y value never changes. What is y value? 3 and 2. So this y value is 3, this y value 3. After stretching, y value remains same here. Y value remains same here. Only it will, x coordinate will change. And if you multiply, make it half. For example, how much is away from here? 4. What is half of 4? 2. So this point will shift here. Look, I make it a dot here. This point is how much far? 3. Count 1, 2, 3, and make it half of 3, 1.5. 1, 2, and modify. So this point in the middle is 1 and 1/2. Let's talk about what about this shape. This is a 2 box. 2 make it half, you got a 1. So I got it here. But this point on the line, it will not shift anywhere because 0 into anything 0. But this point is 1, make it half of 1. I got a point half. So I think if we join it all, I'm going to show you blue color. I'm going to show blue color, this, 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 this. Like a big M become this kind of M. I hope so got it. Because is a stretching parallel to x. But if stretching is bigger than 1, then it become bigger. But is a less than 1.5, it's become smaller. But now I will move on 1 box up. So let's see how we can move it. I will show you like this. So let's move 1 box up. Move and move and move. Stop. So this is our answer final. I hope so got idea. First I have here Now all points will move one box up, not left, right. It will go only upwards. So here, and this is our final answer. So I believe the point is very, very clear. Okay, so Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now, how to write expression? Make sure if stretching come parallel to y-axis, we multiply scale factor outside. But if is parallel to x-axis, so we keep 1 over a inside like this. So let's start. So it means g of x equals to, because it is a very clear, is a half, so double time. So 2, I will not write outside, sorry, 2 inside. And now translation. So plus 1. Why plus 1? Because it is moving one box up. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. And we have done it. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. If you say same story about y-axis, so we should write half y-axis. So I should write directly here. But half x-axis, so first you make it reciprocal, then keep inside x with. Inside is parallel to x-axis, outside is a parallel to y-axis. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. Equation of this, we have expressed this whole thing in this form. We check it here, this a outside, so we take a 4 outside common out. I'm taking 4 common out. And 4 5s are 20. So I'm getting here 5x. And 6 keep outside. You can take common from all 3 numbers even, but better to take 2 commons, 2 numbers. So this 4 done. After this, what is next story? What is half of 5? Half of 5. Why half? Formula we have 2 times 2, 5. We can't simplify, so 5 by 2. Take a square of it. So 1 times 5 over 2 add. And 1 times 5 over 2 subtract. Okay. Now, these 3 terms will combine how? From here, x come under power 2, here come, and this plus sign. If here minus sign, so minus is plus, so plus. I got x plus 5 over 2. What about this? Minus 5 square, 25, 2 square, 4 inside the bracket. I hope so you're understanding. Now this 4 multiply here and multiply with that. So y is equals to 4 times 2x plus 5 over 2 whole square. And this 4 will multiply 4, cancel out 25 plus 6. And finally, I'm getting answer x plus 5 over 2 whole square minus 19. This is our completing square form. You would match this is, if you're asking C is minus 19, B is this 5 by 2 positive, this A is 4, if he asks you. But no, he's not asking here. Now he's saying that same equation, you can match, this is a totally same. So in the place of this, I will replace this like this, simply. But 45 will stay there, this 45. Now I will bring it here, and I have to solve mean get x values. So job number 1, 19 goes there, 45 plus 19. And this 4 will divide it. And when I add, so 45 plus 19 and 64 divided by 4, I get 16 directly. I'm saving my time. Now what to do, student? To naturally take root of the both sides. And you know, basically one important part. Student write plus 4 only. No, you must write plus and minus. Then check is any mention, nothing else. Sometimes you say positive only. Now make a break. X plus 5 over 2 equals to 4, and x plus 5 over 2 is equals to minus 4. So this goes there and we have solve, and this goes there and solve. So first answer we are getting 2 4 is 8, and we get it here 3 by 2. And what about this? This will go there. Both become minus 8 plus 5, 13. Minus 13 over 2. We can type in calculator even. Next part. Sketch the graph this. Showing the coordinates of stationary point only. You are not required to indicate where crosses the x and y axis. Sometimes he asks you where curves crosses x-axis, okay, like that, x-axis and y-axis. And this is called stationary point. Okay, but he is not asking us here. He said just show stationary point. So what is stationary point, students? We can find two techniques. One is a by differentiation, but we have another choice. What is that? Because this completing square, I have done it already. This form, this form is very, very important. I have done it already. So I use it here as it is, you see, okay. And students, what is the basic criteria? Whenever it is x squared positive comes, we have two options. If x squared positive, point of minima. If x squared negative, sign is there, point of maxima, minima. I hope so. The point is very clear. So how to find it? Because x squared positive got a point of minima. How to show it? How to find this coordinate? Simple technique, under power to whatever, plug in equals to 0. Bring 5 by 2 on the other end. This is a x coordinate confirm. How to get y coordinate, students? So not a hard job at all. So the number outside the bracket is called y value. So I'm writing directly minus 5 and he said that no need to show, although I can show, we can do a working even that, but he said no need to require to indicate. So this 3-mark question. So first of all, 1 mark for x, 1 mark for y, and 1 mark for showing the nature. This is called nature because when x square coefficient is positive coming is a point of minima. This is minimum point. Although he's not asking us, okay. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. And let's go for next part. Next question he's asking what here that solve this proving identity. So left So if there is, for example, 5/7 plus 3/4, you cannot take common 7 and 4. You can't take any common. So LCM is very clear, is 3, 7, and 4. Product of these two numbers. 4 multiplies there, so 5 times 2, 4. 7 multiplies there, 7 times 2, 3. Same story here, there's nothing common. So I will take, because nothing common is there, so I will take as a, so what is LCM? Sine theta plus cos theta. and sine theta minus cos theta. I took these two values product as a LCM, the way I took here. So then this will multiply there and this multiplies there. Or equal denominators be done in a lower grade, same story. And cos theta into sine theta plus cos theta. Left hand side I taken. I'm going to prove right hand side. So let's start. If you look at carefully, denominator a plus b times 2a minus b. When first terms match, second terms match, signs always opposite. So we can say square of a and square of b, but negative sign in the middle. Same story here, first signs match, second match, signs opposite. So we can say here square of sine theta minus square of cos theta. Same story. And what up? This multiply and multiply, I get sine time to sine, give us sine square, sine time to cos. I can write any order, but I write sine before cos later. Cos into sine, I can write any order, cos theta into sine theta or sine theta cos theta. Cos times cos become cos square theta. Now you can say that this is and this is same. How come? Because 3 into 2 and 2 into 3, 6 and 6 same. So there's not a difference while changing the order in multiplication. So they cancel out. And sine square plus cos square, you know the basic formula is it is equals to 1. So sine square plus cos square first I write. And later on I will replace by 1. What is the logic behind students? Because the 1, okay, I can write 1. But I think so. This is my target. Better as compared to writing 1, I will not get any benefit if I replace it by a 1. So I think better to keep as it is, and then I can get my target. If you look at carefully, this value replaced by 1. If this value replaced by 1, it means divide whole cos square with cos square, you get a 1. This cos square divided by cos square, I get a 1. This sine square divided by cos square, I get tan. This sine square by cos square, I got a 1. So you see, only 1 point will help us. If I divide whole denominator and numerator by sine theta, okay, I show for working. Oh, sorry, not sine theta, cos theta, cos square theta. So cos square theta. So look, I'm showing you sine square already present, cos square already present. Here sine square already present, cos square already present with negative sign. But I'm dividing, and dividing. Why what? Cos square theta, cos square theta, cos this is allowed. What you do up, same to down. And you can see that this totally cancel, this cancel. Sine by cos become tan. Square theta plus 1. Sine square plus cos square give you tan square theta minus 1. So equals to right hand side. Proved. It matches. So let's go for next part. But I want to share one thing with you. What that important part to share? Sharing is that is this full part equals to each other or not? Yes, I can say. Sorry. It means this part is equals to each other. Or I took left hand side, I proved right hand side. So in the next question, as you can see that this is same the left hand side of above question. So because no, this is full equal to that, so I can remove this whole and replace this value in the part number 2, part B. So let's start tan square plus 1 or tan square minus 1. I am going to replace here. So I'm writing by a part. So tan square theta plus 1, wait a minute, plus 1 minus 1. Above plus 1, down minus 1. and I get tan square theta minus 1 is the answer of this part by using first. But right hand side, I'm not doing any change. Okay, students, now I'm going to solve it, cross multiply, it multiplies with the 2. So tan square theta plus 1, 2 times 2 tan square theta minus 1. So I can say here tan square theta plus 1, 2 tan square theta minus 2. So this, you can bring it here, and 1, you can bring it on the other side. So I get -3, and it goes there out of tan, -2 is gone. I got -tan square theta. This -1 goes down, or -1 is cancelled. Anyway, approach is okay. I get tan square theta is equal to 3. Now I will take a root of the both sides. If I take a root of the both sides, so tan theta equals to root of 3, but plus and minus. And what is the range? He said 0 to pi. Okay, it means radian mode. I will use it. But first two quadrants, how come 0 to this? So here till here is called pi. So first two quadrants I'm looking for. I'm writing tan theta is equals to positive root 3, and tan theta is equal to minus root 3. So let's see, students. I always make cross. It helped me a lot. Where is cos tan positive? We make a cross for all 10 options. So tan is positive is here and here. Tan is negative is here and here. So in this sense, if I take because this is positive, so first and third quadrant. So I'm making blue line, one here and one here. But this is out of range, and this is my answer. So I will take alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is a principal angle, and tan will go there. Inverse of tan inverse 3 is giving us 60 degree or pi by 3. Same thing. So this alpha is this principal angle. Actually, pi by 3 comes here, and pi by 3 comes here. But this is out of range. So this is no need to go like this. Only this first answer. So I bring back theta. So theta is equals to pi by 3. This is my first answer. What about other tan negative? All of you familiar, tan negative is here and here. But this again out of range because we can't go across. So when I take tan inverse, but don't take negatives, students always principal angle. Whenever take principal angle, we never take sines. So this is giving again pi by 3. Pi by 3 is here, and pi by 3 is here. So first answer is very clear from starting from here this much. And this other answer is out of range, will not take it. So theta is equals to pi minus pi by 3. From we got a pi because pi is called 180 degree. And this angle I don't need. 3 1 is 3 minus 1, 2 comes. So 3 pi by 2. And I got my two answers confirmed. Question number 8. What question number 8, students, we have? Equation of curve such that given by him, the curve passes through this 2, 3, 5 equation of curve. Let me tell you one thing. Whenever equation of curve required and we have a derivative, so y, if we differentiate, we get dy over dx. But if I want to go back for what? Back for equation of curve from derivative, I will always integrate, because logically differentiation and integrations are reverse processes. And I hope so you got a point. So let's start. Dy over dx is equals to 3x to power half minus 3x to power negative half. If I integrate both sides, students, what happens then? Integration left hand side, I get a y. Integration, this will stay there. Sign of integral. And now I'm going to do integration. What is rule of integration? Power one add half plus 1, we got a 3 by 2, and 3 by 2 down. increase the power by 1, I got a half, and down half plus c is compulsory. So, students, 1 over 3 by 2, this will flip. So it goes 2 by 3. So in this sense, this 2 will go up, students. This 2 will go up, but this 3 will cancel out. So I get a 2. I mean to say y equals to 2x to power 3 by 2. This 2 will flip, become 6. And this half, you can write root even or half, no problem. So I hope so. Up till here, you're not getting any big issue. Now I will plug in to get C. This point is very important. I'm going to say put x value 3 and y values 5. 5 will come here. I get a 5, 2, 3 to power 3 by 2. And 1 minute, let me check. Hmm. Hmm. Root x. X is 3. Correct. So now I'm writing it here. What? The root of 3. Let's see. So students, what is the story here? This is you type in calculator. Let me type. Okay. 2 times 2, 3 to power 3 by 2. Okay, and minus 6 times 2 root of 3. And we are getting this is same 0 answer coming. So I mean they will cancel out. They will cancel out when I type in calculator. So C value is becoming 5. Plug in back in equation here. So y, or sorry, back here. So what is y value, students? 2 x to power 3 over 2 and 6 to power half or root or plus 5. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The point is very, very clear. Let's go for next question. Find x coordinate of stationary point. What is technique to get stationary point? All of you know, whenever curve turns, turning point's derivative equals to 0. Gradient 0, gradient means derivative 0. So it means I will differentiate first. But where is the question of curve? It is already differentiated. So it means no need to differentiate again. It is already done it. So I will plug in 0 here. So this equation, I'm shifting on next page. So let's start here. So what the question is here, I will plug in derivative is equals to 0. When a 0 plug in, so what happens, students? 0. So 3 common from everywhere, and I get what inside? I get is root of x, because x to power half left and is a minus half. I bring in denominator, bring in positive half. 3 goes down and finishes, so it means half minus half. Okay, or half is called root. You write half a root, same problem, same thing. So root minus 1 root x is equal to 0. I can bring this on other end and then cross multiply. Root x into root x give you x and 1. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I got x value very clear. And now what the question next? Okay. State the set of the values of x for which the y function is increasing as x increasing. This question, you can't do it until unless you sketch this curve equation. Which is curve equation? This is curve equation. How to sketch it? Because we know it, 1 is a turning point. Do one thing. This is a 1, for example, 1 turning point. I know it. Curve is turning. I'm not sure curve turning this way or curve turning this way. Because, students, I show you, if curve turns this way, so before it is a this negative gradient and after is a positive, because he was asking, and gradient will tell us the function is increasing or decreasing. So increasing, decreasing depend upon what? gradient concept. Let me tell you, if derivative or gradient is positive, is called increasing. If derivative is coming negative, it's called decreasing. It's called decreasing. For example, this curve and this red line is touch and go here is negative, and touch and go here, so positive. This is called decreasing. This is called increase. Common idea. So what is technique? There are two techniques. One, you sketch it, but no need to sketch it long. Simply one after one, you plug in 1 or 2 point, or before plug in 1, 2. But I have a technique available here. I will go for this tool, and the same equation I sketched here. You can see this one. You can see here. I'm going to show you this equation I made here. Very clear idea. And I'm showing you this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at 1, okay, before 1, if I take a scale and draw here, and I get what, students? I get this kind of gradient. And after 1, I draw here, I get this. So it is a very clear, this is a negative gradient, and after point is increased positive. So as x value going higher and higher and higher, so y value, the gradient will becoming positive. So I can say that if x increases, the y value will increase. You can see the y value is rising up, okay? And this is coming a positive. I mean to say its gradient become positive. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So point is very clear. And what I was asking, find set of values, values of x for the function x increases, y increases. So x increases. So after one, I think got the idea, because curve was going this way and x is equal to 1. After that, if I go this way, so y values goes from here to upward. So y value is bigger than 0, increasing. Not 0, I can say, but it's bigger. I hope so got it. It is called increases. So for which y increases for as x increases. So I think point is clear. This question, he's saying this function is given, but this domain is called x values. This equation of curve we can draw from 0, 1, 2, 3 onwards. Not even 0. So this is by x, this is called domain. Okay. So what is this R real number? It means there's no boundary limit. You can go right or left from origin. So this is called real number. Anyway, just sake of your knowledge. And now I'm going to do the question. He's asking, put f function in G. So first of all, I'll copy G. So I'm writing ax plus 1. Now, how many x's you have left side and even right side x's? I make empty spaces. So function name is this. Function name will come here and its value will go here. Okay. And he was asking us find out, that's it. And answer is a time. You can multiply inside or you leave as it is, because 1 mark only. So I don't think so we have to do anything else. Over. Next part. He is asking, this is almost same thing, but in the place of x, he plug in 2. So g f of x, 2 replace each x. So I'm replacing a 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1. And this whole thing equals to 11. And this take LCM, 2 to the 4 plus 1, 5 over 2. 1 goes there and I got subtracted, I got 10. And now I can go for 2 multiply with 10, 5 will divide like this. So for A becomes 4. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the point is very, very clear. Given that the function has a minimum point, the point of minimum, okay, when x is 1, explain whether for function f is inverse or not. So make sure, normally we have a fx where here fx. So he mentioned that that is function at x1 minimum point, okay. So whether has a minimum point 1, whether function is has inverse or not, okay. Because if you look at carefully, we have x is bigger than 0, okay, and x plus 1. I, for sake of your knowledge, I just move on fast and I make it here x plus 1 divided by x. You can see that this curve, I got it, okay, and I just try to show you. If you look at carefully, this is, he said x value is bigger than 0. So it means left side graph gone, left side graph no need. And this one is turning point. I'm going from here rightwards. Hmm? So he said, what is the, because if the, sorry, not bigger than 1 minute, it has a station point 1, but problem, if I say bigger than 1, x value bigger than 1, then it is 1-to-1 function because curve is not turning. But if I say no, 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 x is bigger than 0, so first the curve is coming from there. I show you there, it turns and then go up. And any curve which turns not 1-to-1 function, it has no inverse, because when I draw a horizontal line test, this is called horizontal line test, horizontal line test. Line test, it cut the curve 2 spots. When 2 spots cutting, it is no, it has no inverse because it is not 1-to-1 function. So that is logic. I can say that because he was asking what here. See, because he said that this function of f, we have to go up and check. X is bigger than 0, not x is bigger than 1. If bigger than 1 come, this is 1-to-1. But now, so right here as for given domain x bigger than 0, f of x is not 1-to-1 function. So no inverse. Okay, has no inverse. Has no inverse. I hope so. Got a point. Now you say that if a value is not that one, a value is 5. Instead, a value is 5. Where a5 anyway, I can plug in a5 here. Okay. So if a comes 5, then what happens then? Find and simplify inverse of this one. So and expression of this one. So first of all, expression. So how to find it? Put function of f in G inverse. Put function of f in G inverse. So first job number 1, find G inverse. What is function G? G of x is equal to ax plus 1. Ax plus 1. Ax plus 1, so 5x plus 1. Why? Because a value 5. So job, all of you familiar how to find f, so inverse of this function. So let's start. Job number 1, say y. Try to make a x subject. So 1 subtract there. It means 1 goes there. 5 divides. It means y minus 1 to 5 equals. Okay. And side changes. In side changing, you know, y value never changes. Interchange, x become y and y become x. And this is called G inverse of x. So G inverse, I got it. Okay. So half job is done. So half job is done. So let's see how we can do the rest job. Now put this value in, sorry, put FFL value in G inverse. So first of all, I'm copying here G inverse or how many x is half job is over. Second half job I'm going to do now. So I copy G inverse, but how many x is empty space? And now this f of x is where? Let's try to find. It is given here, fx x plus 1, x plus 1 over x plus 1 over x. So x plus 1 over x. We are putting here x plus 1 over x, and here I'm writing f of x. So I hope so. The point is very clear. And find this expression, he said, expression. So left hand side is done, G inverse f of x. Now I will simplify. It is the only way. Take LCM. Upper part LCM is x. So this x, okay, I show you what happened. This x into x multiply x square, and this x multiply 1 give you negative x. So I hope so. The point is clear. And now what is the next step? Next step is G inverse f of x is according to this is fraction in the numerator. Upper fraction always slip. For example, 5 by 2 by 3. So if 5 comes down and 2 goes down, like 2 into 3 and 5. So it's called slip. So it means this will slip down. I'm going to show you 5 is already there, but this x will multiply with that. It will look like this. And upper whole thing will come here. And I'm writing in order. So Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, this is my final answer. Okay. Now this question explain why the composite function fg can be formed. So actually put f function in G. So you know what is the basic criteria? F of G of x. This is called inner function in a bracket actually. And this is called outer function. Outer function. Actually, what is the basic criteria? So domain, the range of the inner function must be equal to the domain of the outer function. Or I can say that what is a range of this must lie in the function. Okay, must include in the that one. So range of this function must be in a whole range of the this one. So so I'm writing here. I'm writing here the range of inner function must lie inside the domain of outer function. Outer function. Like for example, what is a domain of g of x? Let's see on the top. G x belongs to real number. Okay, x belongs. So domain is what? Real number. So I'm writing here. So domain of G is what? X belongs to real number. So when I plug in x inside, so I got a range. The range is also belongs to real number. How come? You know what is the reason? I tell you what is a real number means. But some students don't understand what is a real number. Okay, I will explain this concept. But this range must lie in the domain of function of f. But what is the function domain of that? Domain is x is bigger than 0. X is bigger than 0. X value is bigger than 0. This is a domain. But is called, what is the range of function? Range of the inner function. Range of inner function is real number. You know what's real number, students? Real number means 0 from right side and left side, all values of all values. but all these values not fix inside. Reason, this can fix inside, but what about this thing? So I can say that the range of inner function not lies inside the domain of outer function. Outer function domain is this. Okay, so this is not unsatisfied. So we can say that hence it is not formed. Hence f of g of x cannot be formed. So I hope so. The concept is clear. Okay, this is a major reason. Lie must not lie whole inside. Okay, this is all clear. Let's go for next part. Question number 10. For the question number 10, we have if you look at carefully, this arc length is a center at O, and this arc length is center at P. How come? Look at here. Angle APB. I think better to read a statement. This statement. RASP. RASP. Sector OARB. This is important statement. Sector OARB. Up. OARB. This sector. He said that. So naturally center is O. So one part is clear. Second, he's saying here PASP, center at P. Okay, so PASP, center. So it means two centers, this arc length center at O and this arc length center at P. This is a very, very important concept whenever you're dealing this kind of sector questions. So first of all, keep your eye on the point that where it lies. There's a very, very important point we have. Okay, so let's start. First part, what is asking us? He asking us here, first part, find the perimeter of cross-section RASP given in 2dp. What is RASP perimeter? RASP. So I think he's asking for the both RASP. So both he's asking. Short story, he is asking this arc length, he's asking this arc length, add them. So it means the perimeter is actually equals to S. What is the formula of arc length? S is equal to R theta. So I'm writing R theta and plus R theta. What is the difference here? Or I say R alpha, no problem. To make a differentiate, bigger circle, I take R theta. Smaller, I take as R theta, okay? So first of all, how to get this R theta? Radius is a 2.5, so this is a 2.5 coming here. Only issue left, what is this angle? Because if I'm looking for this arc length, so students, I must know this arc, this angle. This is easy. How much this angle? 2 pi by 3. How to find this angle? 2 pi minus 2 pi by 3. How come? 2 pi is called 360 degree because full circle is 360 degree, or 2 pi we can say even, and this I subtracted. If I take LCM, 3 to the 6 out of 6, 2 gone, 4 pi by 3. So I hope so you got a point very clear, 4 pi by 3. So I'm writing it now here, theta value, so 2 pi minus 2 pi by 3. I show working even. So this is becoming 2.5 into 4 pi by 3. So this is done. And 2.4, 5 by 2. So 2 cancel 2, 10 by 3. This is coming 10 by 3. 10 pi by 3. So let's talk about the other one. What is other arc length? This arc length we need. R is 2.24. R is 2.24. This R is 2.24. And theta alpha is this angle, 5 pi by 6. And 2.24 into 5 by 6, I get it what, students? I get a 28 by 15 pi, 28 by 15 pi. We can type directly even, but no problem. Okay, and times 2 pi, and my answer is coming here 16.3 3, 4, because he said 2 decimal places. So perimeter of the whole thing, I got it in centimeters. So I hope so the point is very, very clear. Next part is asking here, find the difference in area of the two triangle AOB and APB and correct two decimal places. Which area talk about? Angle triangle OAB, OAB. OAB is a big one triangle. And then he asking, I think PAB. Let me check. Yeah, APB. APB is where? APB. So actually one is a big triangle and one is a small triangle. And when I from big triangle, if I subtract this triangle, this white part left behind. So let's see how we can find it. And you know it very well, students. So how to get the area of triangle? So this is a 2.5. This is one side, the second side, and angle between them is this. Same approach, this one side, the second side is angle between them. So it's not a hard job, simple formula I'm going to use. So let's start. So how to get a difference of area? So half AB sine theta minus half AB sine theta. Half AB. What is a triangle? This one, 2.5, 2.5, and angle is 2 by 3. 2.5. Sine of 2 pi by 3. So this is my answer of first part. And now I'm getting the other one. This is one part done. And second one, half into what is other side? 2.24 and 2.24 because this side and this side. 2.24 into sine of what is the bigger? What is angle? Angle is 5 pi by 6. 5 pi by 6. So just matter of typing in calculator. And if I check it, first answer I'm getting, or get right final answer. Anyway, the first is 2.706, second is 1.254. And final answer I'm getting 1.45 centimeter square. I hope so. This white area, this area, I got it. Alhamdulillah. So why we need this area? Because some reason, let's see another part. What is the other one asking? Area of the cross section RASP, 1 dp. RASP, where's RASP? And secondly, he asking what? Cross section RASP. Cross section RASP. RASP. R A, sorry, R is where? Okay. RASP. So he talk about the full area. And it's only possible. Look at it. This is called a sector big one. Done. This is a sector of the down one. Done. Plus the white area. And this white area, I just got it now. Just got it now. It means what is the plan of action? Let I show the plan of action. The big sector plus the smaller sector and plus the triangle. This is a area. Half r square. What is formula? Half r square theta. What is the radius of the big sector? Is 2.5. Half r square theta. And what is the theta, students? So theta is 2 pi. No, sorry. Because I'm looking for this area. So this angle is 4 pi by 3. 4 pi by 3. Half r square theta. Want to talk about this one again? Half r square. R is a 2.24. And theta is what angle? Let's see, angle is this one is 5 pi by 6 because we talk about this sector. So 5 pi by 6. Plus this answer is here. So 1.45. Now matter of typing in calculator. And when I type this one, first one, okay, I'm typing in a calculator, what half into 2.5 square into 4 pi by 3. It is coming 25, 25, yes, 25, 25 by 6 pi. And what other one half into 2.24 into 2.24 square into 5 pi by 6. And I'm getting here in decimal 6.568 plus 1.45. So I hope so. It is a clear. And final answer is coming 21.1. 21.1. He said 1 decimal places. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So point is very clear. Let's go for next. Find the find the coordinates of minimum point for this. Minimum point means uh, whenever power 2 is there, we can find this minimum point for coordinate because x square positive means point of minima. How to get this coordinates? How to get this coordinates? Two technique, one function technique, but is a we can do it by differentiation way even. So first of all, let's see. 904 x square minus 12x and plus 18. So step number one. I will find differentiation. According to criteria, power 2 comes down. I get 9 over 2x. This 12x differentiation is only 12 and 18 was 0. After this one, I will plug in because for point of minimum point here, and at that point draw tangent parallel to x is greater than 0. Derivative equals to 0. I'm going to plug in 0 here. When I plug in 0 here, students, and I can find easily 12 goes there, become positive 12, 9 over 2 times x. 2 multiplies there, and 3 divides. 3 threes are and 3 fours are 12. And I get 8 by 3 x value. But 8 by 3 and then he's asking the y coordinate. So coordinate means y coordinate as well. So I will plug in this value back in equation. So I'm finding here y equals to 9 over 4, 8 by 3 to power 2, and minus 12 times to 8 by 3 and plus 18. Yes, when I type in calculator, it is coming 9 by 4, 8 by 3 square minus 12 is coming 2. So points are, which I'm looking for is 8 by 3 comma 2. So I hope so the point is very, very clear. And now we can go for the next plan. Next plan is what? He's asking here that shaded area we have to find out. And before I start, look at here. He said the curves intersect at these 2 points. So x value for this point is 0. And x value of this point is given by him is 4, because look, 4 and 0. And how to get shaded area? We have a plan for it. Shaded area. Lower limit is x1, upper limit is x2 and y dx minus lower limit x1, upper x2, y dx. And I can say not y, I say upper limit, upper curve and lower curve. UC stand for upper curve, LC stand for lower curve. Now apply the limits and whole thing. Lower limit 0, upper limit 4. So 0, 4, and same story here, 0, 4. But upper curve is this. So you know this full shaded area. Okay, hold on. If I integrate the upper curve, which is here, I'll get full area. Look, I'm shading full area. And when I integrate a lower curve, just this one, I get only white area because basic criteria from curve till x-axis, it gives us area. So it means white area. So from full curve area, subtract white area, I will get this shaded area. So I hope so clear. 18 minus 3 over 8, x to power 5 by 2, and dx. Let me recheck. Correct. And this limit with this curve equation will come here. 9 over 4 x to power 2 minus 12x plus 18 and dx. Now it's matter of solving only. Okay. What is the basic way of integration, students? And I can do in easy way even if I make this integral sign common. So students, what happened? So this minus will change all signs. Okay, like a bracket open. So this negative 18 and plus 18, they cancel out. But ultimately we have to do other one. So I think better to do full, no problem at all. What is integration of 18 become 18x? What is integration of this one? Increase the power by 1, so 7 by 2 over 7 by 2. Limit 0 to 4. Same story here. What about this? 9 by 4 as it is. Increase the power by 1 divided by same. And this x is power 1 divided by, add 1 divided by 2. 18 become 18x. Now, what happens? How you type it? This 2 will flip up. So best idea before to continue this 2, or you can cancel even these. Flip up or cancel. 2 ones are 2 fours are. So 7 fours are 28. So 3 by 28 x to power 7 over 2. Question becomes easy in this way. This 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. I get a 3 by 4, 3 by 4, and x to power 3. 6x to power 2 plus 18x. And limit 0 to 4. Now I'm going to plug in 4 in everywhere. When I plug in 4 and 4 here. So I'm typing in my calculator 18 times to 4 minus 3 divided by 28 into 4 to power 7 divided by 2. And I get here 408 over 7. When I plug in 4 everywhere. When I plug in 0, 0, I get what, students? 0. This upper limit done. What about this? When I replace 3 times d power 4 into 4 to power 3 minus 6 times to 16 plus 18 times to 4, I get 24. I get 24. And when I plug in 0, 0, 0, this becomes 0. So if we check it, 408 divided by 7 minus 24, my answer is coming finally 240 over 7, or 34.3 units square, because area. I hope so this part is clear. And let's go for the last part. And last part, what does it say? The point P is moving along the curves, this one. Right. Whenever he say this equation curve, so we can differentiate directly. Dy over dx, 18 derivative 0, 5 by 2 comes down, multiply with that, 3 by 8 already, 5 by 2 comes down, and from power 5 by 2, 1 less, 5 by 2 minus 1. 15 over 16 minus, and 3 by 2 comes here. So differentiation is done. But read the question first of all. He's saying, as the P move along this curve, I think this is a same equation, maybe here. If point move here, then it comes here. Look at it moving along the curve. What is going on? The x value is changing. Here x, here x, here x, here x, here x. And same way, y also changes. How? Here y changes, y changes, y changes. So as x changes, y also changes. I hope so. because we always concern the time thing is that is why second comes. So it's called rate of increase of whenever rate comes. Rate means d over dt always. A rate of increase of x increasing constant rate 2. So mean dx by dt is 2 units per second. And what is a y rate changing? So dy over dt is our target. But when x is 4. So that is why, first of all, I will plug in 4 here. I say at x is equal to 4. So when I plug in 4 here, times to 4 to power 3 by 2. So minus 15 divided by 16 into 4 to power 3 divided by 2. And I get here negative 15 over 2. But what a question, how to find it? How we can find it when more than 2 variable involved? How many variables involved in this question? X involved, Y involved, and T. So when more than 2 involved, we always use rate of change formula. This is called chain formula, chain rule. Chain rule. What is the demand? dy over dt. What is the demand? Start from there. Write two fractions. This will come in first numerator. This will go in second denominator. Now what to come here and here, same always. And third variable is what here, student, you can see is very clear, dx, dx. It means if I have these both values, question will finish. Luckily, dy over dx, I got it here, minus 15 by 2. And this value, dx by dt, we have already, 2. So, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, 2. This cancel out, minus 15 centimeter, sorry, units per second, unit per second. So I hope so. Yes, exactly. So he was asking this one, and this minus mentioning that it is decreasing. The y value is decreasing with the passage of time. And you can see even as I move right side, x is increasing, but y value is coming down. So y value is decreasing. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I believe you got a point very clear and the concept is clear and question paper is over. So I hope so. You learn a lot. So just pray for me and best of luck for exam. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.